Hey YouTube, Austin Trench coming at you here with a special review. Now with Netflix unveiling its brand new Voltron series, I did some searching on old internet and found this. And you're wondering, what is this? Well, my loyal fans, it's the creme de la creme of Voltron collecting. Let us open the Blazing Sword Voltron. Alright, here it is outside of the package. This is Voltron Blazing Sword Edition figure. Now this Voltron is very special because it comes with a special sound chip in its box, which I guess Batman v Superman used in theirs. Let's take a listen.
From days of long ago, from uncharted regions of the universe, comes a legend. The legend of Voltron, defender of the universe. Voltron! Form Blazing Sword!
Man, that was awesome. Now, in case you're wondering, I did not grow up in the 80s. I grew up in the 90s when this was on a specific channel called Toonami. They showed reruns of this in the earlier years of it when Moltar was the host. And then in the late 90s, they were starting to show sort of a reboot CGI version, with Reboot becoming popular at the time. Yes, I'm aware 2011 had a Voltron series as well.
What the f*** is that?
And that show is something no one wants to talk about, so we're not going to talk about that one. As you can see, the box is heavily detailed. It has Voltron in his classic poses right here. It's got some air holes in there so the sound speaker can say what it needs to say. And on the back, it has Voltron himself in a very classic sort of 1980s toy packaging sort of way. Even has the logos and everything on it. And it has it in a very cheesy way where it talks about recreating some of his best moves. Alright, here's Voltron out of his other box, and my goodness, he looks incredible! Look at this detail, it's absolutely insane! I really love how it stays true to the cartoon, even when it looks completely white. And by that I mean it looks like it jumped off the cartoon onto reality. It is very impressive for a 2011 figure. Now, as you know, this thing can separate into different lions, but in this figure it cannot. But you can get his feet to do like this. It's fully posable right here. Even the feet are posable, but sadly their mouths do not open, which is a shame. Now, there are some good things here. The mouths on these lions, which are the hands of it, can open in a sort of trap jaw-like way, which is weird, which kind of makes him look like he's part of a puppet show, but that's just me pointing that out. They can both rotate 360 around there. The arms can go 360 up and down. They even have a special joint where you can move it up to like that. Like so, see? Yeah, right there. And he even has wings that even go like this. It doesn't rotate, but it still gets the job done in terms of posability for the figure. The head sculpt is very well done, which I'll show you later. And the waist articulation is very good. He can even go up and down with your ball joint right there. Overall, I really enjoy the posability on this figure, and I don't really have any real complaints with its posability. But now let's get to the paint. Alright, now here he is up close where you can see more of the paint detail on the face. And my goodness, it is incredible again. I love how it has this sort of, has the crest right here, very well done. I know it's missing the sort of black outline articulation or sort of paint app for it, but don't worry, I think I can get that taken care of on my own. Other than that, it looks absolutely great. I love how the belt is colored. I love how even the feet are colored. They match exactly like how they should in the show. And I wonder, is Playmates going to do the exact same thing with their figure line since they have the rights to the current Netflix Voltron? We'll have to see next year. Moving back to the hands, as I said before, these things have a spring trap sort of jawline for them, which is good. It helps keep the eye on the swords. which I will show after this. I really like it, but here's a problem I have with the paint for it. Now, it looks like it's chipping right here when it isn't. The paint is actually very durable and strong, but I think when they packed it in, the paint kind of got smudged off. But I can have that taken care of. It's nothing a bit of a problem with. It's absolutely fine, but on some cases with this figure, you can actually see some of the jaw parts showing right here. And except for this one, which is Pidge's ship, and this one's Keith's ship, it's absolutely good, but you know, again, these paint problems are what really hurt these type of exclusive figures. Hopefully next time when San Diego Comic-Con comes around, they premiere a sort of giant-sized Playmates version of this thing, or another Voltron, that can get that fixed. Alright, now we go on to everyone's favorite part about this figure, the swords. He comes with 2 swords right here, one being the startup before his sword is formed, which is known as the Blazing Sword, and the Blazing Sword itself. And honestly, it's very well done, but I'm not really a big fan of the plain plastic they have for it. It should have been a more silverish type of thing, but then I remember they're trying to replicate the cartoon, not the current die-cast models of Voltron. As you can see, you can put them in like this. You see the spring trap right here. It doesn't take it well when you have it like this if you're about to use the sword for, hold on. And there, you gotta be very careful though. You can't have it like this, you know, because it does not, you know, fit well onto the snout on one of the mini lions. So you got to have it in this way right here, which is sideways. And when you form the Blazing Sword, you have to put this right here, and there you have him forming his Blazing Sword as so. So far, I really like how this looks. It really adds more of a sort of a good motif to it, as well as giving a great effect for fans of the show who grew up loving Voltron when he formed his Blazing Sword. Now, we take that out, and you'll see what I talk about when I actually show you the real sword. This right here, it cannot go in like so unless you have it at this type of, at the tip right here. It can't be the straight edge sword. No, it can only be this way, which is weird considering on the package they had it at a way where people could access it a lot easier. So yeah, I recommend you get this, but I warn you, it is very hard to find online. It's only worth it if you are a true fan of Voltron, like I am, like so many others who grew up with it in the 80s and 90s, and truly want to have this in your collection as a sort of startup kit for your kids, or just for yourself. So overall, I rate this figure a 10 out of 10. Well, that's all the time I have for today. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.